Service design thinking has 6 core concepts. It's user-centered, co-creative, sequencing, evidencing, holistic, and iterative. What is service design? It's an emerging field that focuses on the creation of well-thought-through experiences using a combination of intangible and tangible mediums. Here you can see the New York City government employs service designers, and they even have a whole toolkit of tools you can use and access online. First and foremost, service design thinking is user-centered. Services are created through the interaction between a service provider and customer. By placing the user at the center of the process, we realize that there's more than just one user group. Each group has a different set of needs and expectations. Developing empathy for the user provides us with a common language. For example, one of my projects at my last internship was to improve the onboarding process for a marketing platform called LeadStream. So to do so, I created a user journey map based on 2 weeks of user research and found a way to express and understand their actions, thoughts, and feelings over the entire journey. It is co-creative. So with multiple user groups and stakeholders to consider, we need to involve all of them in exploring and defining service propositions. For my project, after creating the user journey, I designed and led studios that included a variety of stakeholders, from my product manager there in the picture, from internal tools to client services, in order to brainstorm and sketch ways we could improve the onboarding experience. This was critical to developing better onboarding because each person brought a different perspective to the problem, and in the end, everyone felt co-ownership for the final solution. Service is sequencing. Services are dynamic processes that take place over a period of time. The rhythm of the service influences the mood of customers. A service occurs over 3 periods. It's not just when the customer receives the service. It consists of pre-service, actual service, and post-service. This here is an example of a service blueprint, which is another operational service design thinking tool that the New York City government created to verify, implement, and maintain internet broadband in Queensbridge. Notice how in the blue lane here in the center, they mapped out all the physical and digital touch points during the journey. And then on the bottom here in the gray lane, there are different lines of interactions, from client interfacing front stage to the mayor's office to all the backstage stakeholders involved. And this blueprint takes place from when the customer is aware to when they leave. Number 4, you want to make the intangible tangible. So services are often invisible in the background, like housekeeping in a hotel. And by making users aware of inconspicuous backstage processes, like folded toilet paper, you can increase the user's appreciation of the service and align their expectations. Evidence can come in a variety of forms, not just folded toilet paper, from emails, bills, signs, souvenirs, etc. Services are holistic. They take place in a physical environment, so a user experiences the service with all their senses: visual, auditory, tactile, and even taste. You want to consider every aspect. There has to be a focus on the environment, consideration of the culture, and even mapping out alternative customer journeys. A great example of this is that a GE team in 2006 transformed a children's MRI machine into a pirate adventure story with the patient starring the lead role. The problem was that children felt anxious, intimidated, scared in the MRI, and they had to be sedated to undergo the procedure. In addition to visual transformation, the team designed a script for the technician. They included audio tapes of sounds of the ocean, and even had a scent of coconut to reduce anxiety of the parents because they found that it was impacting the anxiety of their children. At the Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh, they found that the sedations of patients as young as age of 3 decreased by 99%. Last but not least, service design is iterative. In short, you want to express, test, and cycle. An exciting case of this is happening in government is happening in Finland right now. Rather than rolling out laws at a massive scale, the Finnish government is trying to craft legislation in stages with user feedback, just as one would create a piece of design. They're currently testing the concept of universal basic income with a small sample of unemployed citizens right now to see if it would reduce the rate of unemployment. All in all, service design thinking combines design, operations, management, and more to show how we can improve experiences by integrating empirical data with people, systems, and processes.